A boater's worst nightmare, besides their boat sinking, but a realistic boater's worst nightmare is you are so excited to get down to the lake. You get out on your boat on the weekend because we only come down here on the weekends, typically Lake the Ozarkers do. You get out on the lake, or your boat doesn't start right off the docks, but let's assume it does. And you get out on the lake and you've coved all day, you've had your music cranking, you've been drinking, you go to start that thing back up and it doesn't start. Nothing. And everybody's already left. Mm-hmm. And so you're like, shit. Oh, and you're sitting in a cove where there's not very good service.
And it's like 10 miles away from your dock. So you're not paddling.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
What do you do? Many of you will recognize this gentleman right here. This is Nate Bechtold of LakeXpo. This is the second time we've gotten together, and this interview was as a result of our first interview, which you teased, Xtow, which is like AAA for the water, but it will save your ass. I've since learned a lot about it. I will say that this is our second attempt at this interview.
You said it's our second time together, but really it's our third time.
That's a good point.
It's our secret third time together.
We like doing this so much, we do it twice. Yeah. And so that's what we're doing here. But we're here to talk about Xtow today. But before we get into it, the AAA on the water, why you need to have this service. And oh, by the way, I think it's on my.
What you got? Oh yeah, you got it.
How about them apples?
Your key float.
That's right. And so we're going to talk about that. But before I do that, I want to talk about where we're at today. So again, it's LakeXpo, which you already know. If you follow this channel, follow Lake of the Ozarks Lifestyle, you know I use LakeXpo all the time in my content. You're my source, right? That's LakeXpo.
By the way.
100%. Thank you for providing the content. Yep. You also have your hand in real estate. You're probably most well known for Shore Magazine. And then there's this guy, Xtow. We are here on Bagnell Dam Boulevard with arguably one of the best views from an office building on the lake.
It's pretty good. Yep.
So tell us just a little bit about all of the stuff you got going on.
Oh man, I don't even, is there a word that encompasses all the different things? I mean, maybe just like Lake of the Ozarks. I love it. If it has to do with boating on Lake of the Ozarks, we're interested in it, right? Like that has always been kind of like our filter. So yeah. Expo.
It started as LakeXpo.
Yeah, it started as LakeXpo in 2008, actually. Started as LakeXpo, and I came aboard about 4 years later, so I've been doing this for about 11 years. Or 12 or something like that. Anyways. And then, yeah, we've just kind of like seen what people like and seen what's working around here and grown into that. So Shore Magazine started in 2019, and so we had our 6th year of it this year, so folks should definitely pick that up.
Yep.
You can pick that up at like racks all around the lake and stuff. And that one, it's a great magazine. I mean, a lot of people don't think they're magazine people, and some people aren't. That's all right. But it just celebrates everything Lake of the Ozarks. It's a great piece.
Everybody at the lake knows Shore Magazine because it's got a sexy cover. You do 2 covers every single year, right? They are in most lake bars. They're in all of the grocery stores. And I honestly, I'm not a magazine person, but I think it belongs on my kitchen table or coffee table in my lake home.
That's like what the
it's a decoration.
Yeah, it goes. Well, that's why we try to make the covers really beautiful. We like you want it sitting there, and then people that you have over. If you're not a magazine person, then like somebody is, right? Of course, they're thumbing through it and all that stuff. So people love it. It's great. We love putting it together, and it's a cool project. So that, and then we're with Lakefront Living Realty, and so we promote Lakefront Living Realty's properties all over the place on LakeXpo. So that's our real estate kind of there. And then I don't know, there's probably other stuff, but Xtow is our
that's our jam today.
That's our jam today, and it's fun, honestly. We started that in 2021 after kind of feeling like there was an opportunity to bring something that there were some versions of it out there, but we felt like we could bring something unique to the lake. And we have this tons of boaters that look at us and read us regularly and love LakeXpo, and so we thought, well, let's see if this would be something actually valuable to them.
Yeah.
I guess if nobody joined, it wouldn't have been valuable. But we got over 500 members now. So some people do.
Let's digress for a second about what Xtow is. Xtow is your ass saver. Maybe that should become your new
tagline.
But here's the deal. right? So not only is it, and as a boater, I know that feeling, like that feeling when something happens with your motor, like it's sinking, it's like the worst thing that could happen to you this year, right? It's just terrible. But here's the bigger picture. When that does happen to you, and it does happen, and you're stranded and you need to call somebody to tow, it's going to cost you every bit of $700.
Mm-hmm.
It's insanely expensive to
ridiculous.
get towed. And if you try to do it on your own, that's potentially very dangerous and damaging.
Idea.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Yeah, you could. Well, I mean, if you get somebody to come hook up to you, I mean, maybe that's a nice thing to do. But they're like, the moment they hook up to your boat and they start pulling it, they're hooking up liability right there. And so we encourage folks not to do that, not just because we want them to join Xtow, but because it's not a good idea. Yeah. And some weird things can happen too when you're towing another boat. Again, I know it happens all the time, so whatever, but this is a solution where you don't have to do that anymore. Frankly, you don't gotta get cell reception to call the friend to go do the thing. And if you do call a tow boat company, yeah, you're out $700. Like the average tow is $700 because they charge by the hour. The clock starts when they leave their dock to come get you. And maybe you're close to one of their locations, but it just depends on where you break down. And and then it doesn't stop till they get to your dock and like their boat stops and you pay them and they unhook. They don't, by the way, they won't unhook from you until you pay them. That's how that goes. It's an interesting tidbit. Yeah, but again,
hope you have your wallet on the boat that day.
Seriously, but they got to do that because they just took you back to your dock, right? And if they unhook and go, hey, maybe we'll send you a bill or something, you're like, oh yeah,
right.
Most folks would pay the bill. But that's the reason for that. So with Xtow, people don't have to do that. They join Xtow. It's an annual membership. It renews once a year, and it is the worry-free boating club. So when your boat breaks down, actually, one of the most common causes of a breakdown, do you know what it is?
I would assume battery. Yeah.
Battery's a big one.
Yeah.
One of the most biggest mechanical problems boats have is the impeller. Yeah,
okay.
And it's not you wouldn't automatically think of that.
Does something get caught in it, or
no? They just wear out. In fact, mechanics say we talked to some. We put together this checklist on things you should do so you don't break down. Yeah. People can get that at LakeXtow.com because they can download that. We call it the no tow checklist because we want people to actually have a good time on the lake. We don't want anybody breaking down either, right? But one of the biggest things you should do is every 2 years change your impeller. Just proactively change it because they go out. And when they go out, your engine overheats because the impeller keeps the water coming through to cool it and all that stuff. And then you overheat and then you're stuck on a hot day in the middle of the lake.
Interesting. Yeah.
So anyways, that's a sidebar.
Well, that's why there is the acronym BOAT. Bring out or bust out another 1,000.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But this is why you get something like Xtow.
It is.
Because if you have to get towed, guaranteed you're out $1,000+.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I mean, especially with the repairs and all the stuff and things, right? Yeah. So, Xtow, it just takes care of that. Your boat breaks down, you call that number, it asks, press 1 or press 2, you're broken down or whatever, and then it takes you straight to a dispatcher. And they get your info, they're able to make sure that you're an Xtow member, but they get a boat on its way. You tell them where you are, and of course they know the lake better than anybody. So they get a driver on its way. They got stations around the lake. Boat station, and so they get somebody on their way and your tow is free. It doesn't matter where. You can have them drop you off at your marina if you want them to, for service or at your home dock or wherever you want to go, and it's free. I mean, they'll just unhook. They don't wait for you to pay them. They'll just unhook from you when they drop you off because you're an Xtow member. So it's part of it is the not worrying about the cost of the tow. But another piece of it I think too is that when people break down, if you're the captain, that's a really uncomfortable moment when you got people on the boat, you're hosting this day on the lake, right? And when the boat breaks down, it can make you look kind of stupid. Maybe you didn't. It gives me
anxiety.
Yeah, I know, it's a terrible feeling. We've talked to members who've had that, and actually in a way it kind of makes them the hero of the day because the boat broke down, but it's don't worry about it, it's fine. We got it. We'll have somebody on the way, crack open a cold one and let's just hang out, and the towboat will be on its way.
That sounds more appropriate. The question, you mentioned so it's as simple as you're broken down, you call the number, they dispatch, it goes to a dispatcher. Are dispatchers readily available?
24/7, 365.
Before I get into some of the perks that come with it, what are the costs for that annual membership? You pay it one time a year, and it's an annual membership and you're covered.
annual membership, you're covered. We have sort of two membership tiers.
Yep.
The main one that we promote is called the Captain's Club. That's what everybody likes. $159 a year, and it just automatically renews every year. If somebody sells their boat or they decide that they don't think they want it anymore, bad idea, but people can make their own decision.
$159.
We cancel it, and that's fine. We're easy. We're real humans, we're actually at the lake. That I would say actually is an advantage too. Like they're doing business with the Lake of the Ozarks company.
Yeah.
Like we know the lake, we love the lake.
Not some national company.
Right. We get Lake of the Ozarks boating, and I think there's just value to that. So this is definitely a Lake of the Ozarks membership. So for people that are like, I trailer my boat here all over the place, right, some of the national memberships might actually be better. Right? That's fine. There's plenty of people that their boat never leaves Lake of the Ozarks.
If you're a lotto owner, you're probably like me, and your boat stays 100% of the time at the Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
I don't even own a trailer. That's just normal here.
Right.
Our boat, we have lifts in our docks, and our boat lifts up out of the water and it stays there 365.
Yep. So yeah, this is Lake of the Ozarks, and that's what I mean. You're doing business with Lake of the Ozarks people, but even beyond that, this is the reason a lot of people join is our gas club. So when you join, you're automatically a member of the Xtow gas club. We have, I forgot to look how many we have, but it's more than, it's close to 10, I think, marinas around the lake. We kind of partner with select marinas along the lake. The lake's kind of this linear thing, right? So
the Dragon.
The Dragon. So we have marina partnerships around the lake, and they'll give our members 10 cents a gallon off all the time. So you just pull up and you show them your key float, and they'll give you 10 cents a gallon off. And frankly, for people that boat very much, like that pays for your membership. Or it'll certainly, if you find some membership out there that's like $50 cheaper or $25 cheaper, like this definitely pays for that.
That's
right?
key. This is important. That's important to point out. So I took two things from what you just mentioned. A, local. You understand it's a local-based company. Dispatchers are going to be 24/7 because I've heard some horror stories about some of the national companies, and just maybe a dispatch, you're waiting, or they don't get a dispatcher on the line right away.
A lot of times you end up going through a national line.
Somebody
and then
in freaking India.
Well, yeah, and whatever, but they're going to check your membership creds and all this stuff, and then they'll get you to a point, and then they'll send you to the local dispatcher. Okay. They'll get your tow there, but again, with Xtow, it kind of cuts that part out. You just get to go straight to the dispatcher, and they're going to get somebody on the way because you don't want to sit on the water. I mean, nobody really wants that. You want to get where you want it to go.
Agreed. So, and by the way, I'm going to tease this now. We're going to keep talking, but we actually have a discount for those of you, Lake of the Ozarks lifestylers. Those of you that follow our channel, thank you.
We'll talk about that.
We're going to give you a discount.
Yeah.
So, okay, you mentioned local, you mentioned the 24/7, 365 dispatch, you mentioned the gas discount, you mentioned the Captain's Club option at $159 a year, $159 a year. You have to get towed once. Just do the math on that. Like one time in 4 or 5 years, it's easily pays for itself.
Yeah. That didn't even account for the gas club.
But right? You know what? Listen, every boater that's watching this right now, if you tell me that $160 a year is too expensive, you can kiss my ass.
Well,
because
sell your
bullshit.
boat.
You shouldn't own a boat. Because we all know that you're spending 10x that just to fill the boat with gas on one weekend. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's another option. What's the other option? What makes it different?
What makes it different? Yeah, is
Captain's Club versus Admirals, right?
Oh yeah, so the two our two membership tiers. So our Admirals Club membership tier, some folks go for that. We have, I don't remember how many, but it's kind of the top tier level. And what that gets people is we'll do dock to dock towing. So with the Captain's Club, if your boat breaks down at your dock, that's not like covered as part of your membership benefits. It's because
you've got to be out on the lake.
Yeah, it's like if you get stranded, basically, right? If it's broke down at the dock, with Captain's Club,
less of an
you're not stranded.
Yeah,
I mean, worst case scenario, you can't go out that day, but you weren't gonna go out that day anyways at that point. Right. So with Admirals Club, our members actually get dock to dock towing. So in other words, if it is broke down at the dock, then a towboat will come pick it up and take it to your marine tech dude, whoever that is, wherever he is, and get that taken care of.
The thought I have is a lot of the techs here come to our docks, but you're paying for that.
Yeah.
Like there's a charge for that. So, I mean, that's arguable, pretty solid savings.
Right? Yeah, it is. It is. And again, and some people, they just want, I love these people. actually, but they want the top tier. You know, they like whatever the best one is. I'm gonna take that. So that has like the full, what's the word? Panoply. That's the word. Full panoply of service. Do you like that word?
Whoa.
That's
How do you
like
spell that?
Panoply.
Okay, sorry.
Cornucopia.
Totally off topic here. This is going to be way over most of my audience's head.
No,
this is big words. This is big words.
Hey, this is the word of the day.
We are Midwestern, middle of the Missouri people. We are not dictionaries or encyclopedias.
That's the new
You're
word.
smarter than
Use
the rest
panoply
of us.
today.
I'm going
just
to
drop that one somewhere.
I'm going to actually look up the spelling of it first.
I might have misused it. I don't know if people remember that's not how you use that word.
Well, I will going to bet 99% never heard the word before like me. So
there you
go on.
You're welcome. So yeah, that Admirals Club has all the benefits.
The panoply.
Yes. So the Captain's Club has everything except that dock-to-dock towing. So that's it. Admirals Club is $209 a year.
$209 a year.
And Captain's Club is $159. And then the only other thing I was going to talk about with some of the other like options that are out there.
The national companies.
Yeah, the national stuff. I mean, because some people's insurance companies. In fact, we just met some people. We were at the Overland Park Boat Show not too long ago, and some people, we were promoting Xtow. We had that banner up, and I had several people go, "Well, I have that through my insurance company," which is fine. And honestly, that's hard to compete with sometimes because, you know, their insurance company is getting their, you know, whatever like paid for other ways, and so it's like whatever amount, some marginal amount.
But does does your I mean, so you're talking about like an American Family,
like Progressive
Farm,
has like Sign and Glide. That's something, and actually that's one we hear a lot. Yeah, and then oh gosh, there's another one. Well, actually, there's one called Xtow out there. I don't know if that's what.
But do they offer? Is it as reliable on the dispatching side of things?
I've never experienced their dispatch side, so I actually have no idea how that works. I think with those, yeah, actually, I don't even know because I haven't really.
I feel like you're going to get what you pay for.
It can be the case. The problem with the insurance ones is that my understanding is typically you're going to pay for the tow right then and there, and then you apply for a reimbursement from your insurance company. So I don't know, some people are like, yeah, whatever, but other people don't like that aspect of it, right? That's a hassle, and have fun waiting for that check to come back.
That's reason in and of itself.
Right? That's what I was saying. I mean, for $159 a year. For what we have, we feel like that's, I mean, just get whatever, get both if you want to, but I feel like Xtow is pretty good deal. And we should talk about the better deal.
Yes. Okay. So did we cover everything that there basically is to cover here? I mean, it's the peace of mind. It's the ass cover. It's got the gas. It's got you're never going to have a problem getting a dispatcher.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I'm missing?
Yeah, what are the main things with the breakdown? Were like you ran out of gas.
I think batteries. Because you're blaring the music and you don't realize how much you're chewing it up.
Yeah. Now there was a dealer around here that told me that some of the new boats have dedicated batteries for the starter.
Oh, nice.
So okay, well if you've got that, then maybe you're not running the battery down. Right. But a lot of us we drive.
Gas is an issue. Impeller you mentioned is an issue.
Batteries, those are the big thing. Like just the engine won't start. Like a lot of times, it's just I don't know what's the problem.
Sure.
But and batteries and gas, and all that. Plus, I mean, really, it's literally like I can't get the boat to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overheating does happen.
Yes.
That happens
it does. It does. And again, a lot of times that actually is the impeller. And so it's interesting. We definitely recommend people again change the impeller every couple of years. Change the battery. Like if it's more than 2 years old, just change it.
Yeah.
Preemptively just change the battery. Yeah. But again, Xtow members. Breaks down, you're good. And again, I really think it's part of it too is like, especially if you're having people on the boat, you don't look like a schmuck.
Yeah.
Like you can
go,
hey, it's all good.
Not only is it the anxiety of just being stranded, the unknown cost that's about ready to come, but the embarrassment.
Yeah. I think that's a big deal, honestly, because like you were saying, the anxiety. Of feeling like now I just ruined like a lot of people's days and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I mean,
like I don't even know how.
Personally, I don't feel bad for that. I mean, like, screw you. I mean, I'm the one who's already paid for the gas. Yeah.
So whatever.
So we're gonna save them money.
Yes.
What's the deal?
Okay, $99. $99 for your first year.
And what do you have to do?
When you go to LakeXtow.com, LAKE, Lake, letter X, tow, TOW, LakeXtow.com. when you go there, add the Captain's Club to your cart and
So
go
this
to
is only for the Captain's Club.
This is for Captain's Club only.
Okay.
Add Captain's Club to the cart, and then go to the checkout page. When you get the payment page, up there in the top right, there's like a discount code. And
to put a word in.
Yeah. Put in Loto, L-O-T-O.
Yep.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle, no S.
No S. Loto Lifestyle. L-O-T-O. Lifestyle.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
99
don't
bucks.
think you have to explain that lotto.
Yeah.
You don't know what lotto means? You can leave this channel. I'm not offended.
So yeah, do that. You'll get your first year for 99 bucks. It auto renews at 159, but that it saves you on your first year. And actually, I didn't even mention this, but we have a refer a friend program. Like once you join, you get an email with like your own little link. Send that to people. It'll save your friend 50% if you send it to them, and your renewal will be free if you get one person to join.
No shit.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Wow.
We really want to grow it. So.
So share this video with people, not you because this is live, but there are videos. You share this video with people, and I will do some TikToks as well. But yeah, share it with people. Go sign up, and then when they sign up, you get the next year.
Right. Ooh, that's what I mean. It's a good deal. It's all sort of built into the.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. I love it, man. Dude, okay, so we've done Expo, we've done Xtow. What are we gonna do next? It's not gonna see each other anymore?
I don't know. So we had that product we were talking about earlier. We had
this, oh, that's a whole nother
terrible.
I will say this: we were talking about an article that is live and brand new today in LakeXpo. I'm not going to even bring it up because I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole. But go check it out. It's really fascinating, and if you love nature, especially our country's bird, right? It's a national. You should check out this article.
It's an interesting story.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's kind of sad story, but there's I don't know. There's some things to learn there too.
But that's what LakeXpo is all about. So I'll end this by just saying that I use it as my source. I know most of you, obviously, based on the thousands of people that watch the videos, you enjoy my take on it. But as you know, I
enjoy your takes on it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But like the recent one about the dam on the Niagara, I didn't even know that dam existed, and I even said you had a whole link about the history. I'm like, I'm not giving you history. Go to LakeXpo, check it out. But I always am going to give you the cliff notes. And if you want the full thing, you go over to LakeXpo. Make sure you go to your local grocery store, your Deerbergs, your Woods, your Gerbs. You can get your Shore magazine here pretty soon. And if you haven't signed up for Xtow already, what the hell are you waiting for?
Come on.
Remember,
summer's coming.
LakeXtow, so LAKE, the letter X, TOW.com. And then put in the promo code Lotto Lifestyle to save yourself some money and save your ass when you're on a lake this summer.
Do it.